What it is, yo. You already know JW turn G. Look, this is a crazy ass title. Feel me? Jehovah has done so much for me. Crystal, a victim of sexual abuse as a child, tells how learning what the Bible teaches helped her to build a relationship with Jehovah God and to find meaning in her life. Okay, this is a crazy ass video because most people already know what be happening with the Jehovah's Witnesses and how they be trying to cover shit up for the sake of that name, right? So the fact that she experienced this and then it's going to tell her story is crazy. But the thing is, she's not telling about an experience that happened to her in the congregation, obviously, right? Because they would never put that information out. She's going to talk about a time when this shit happened to her as a child, and then she grew up and learned what the Jehovah's Witnesses say, and that somehow made her feel better, right? But if there is, first off, this shit happens all the time in the congregations, right? And if there's a brother that has like some type of status, like ministerial servant or elder or something like that, that motherfucker is going to be protected. You feel me? Like, it's only going to be the elders that question the boy and the girl, right? There's no woman that she can go talk to that has status in the congregation, nothing like that. She's going to have to talk to some brothers. And if this dude took advantage of her, they're going to make it seem like it was her fault. Or maybe she was wearing something that she shouldn't have been and he got enticed her. It's going to be some bullshit like that, right? So the fact that they're about to play this video is crazy. But they got to put this shit out. Hold on, shut the fuck up. They got to put this shit out in your face because that's how brainwashing works, right? So if this subject ever comes up, they can just take you back to this video and talk about how that happened to her in the past, right? And in the world, quote unquote, in the world. But in Jehovah's organization, and then however she's going to, oh, they made me feel loved, they made me feel safe, whatever the fuck she's going to say. Yeah, all right, let me just play this shit.
When I was 14, things that happened in the past started to catch up with me emotionally. And I felt like everything that happened in my life was my fault.
And see, funny that she says that, right? Because if she had been a kid and that happened to her in the congregation with somebody that had status, the elders would have made it seem like it was her fault too. They would have made it seem like she was wearing something that enticed this brother, or that she was acting in a way that she shouldn't have, or she was leading him on, or some shit. It's going to be some bullshit like that.
I did then try to take my life. When I was little, a family friend sexually abused me, and he continued to do so for many.
And see, she's not talking about a time when she was in the truth. I feel like she's talking about a time when she was quote-unquote worldly. But if this had happened, which it does, in the organization, and it was a family friend, but that family friend was an elder, ministerial servant, or something like that, nobody's hearing this story. Shit's getting swept under the rug.
I didn't tell anyone what was going on. I didn't even tell my dad. I just tried to act normal, to block it all out. I remember Dad looked into lots of different religions growing up. Then one day, Jehovah's Witnesses knocked on our door.
Yeah, see, I figured she wasn't a witness when that was happening. And this is the thing. This is the reason why it makes it so scary as a witness when shit like this happens. Is because, like I said, the person that's doing it to you can either be an elder or a ministerial servant. But what happens is it never gets reported to the law. So even if this person is disfellowshipped or kicked out of the congregation, whatever, they can always come back, right? And that doesn't mean that they change their ways. That don't mean that they're a new person, right? They just come back to the congregation. They can get reinstated. They can become ministerial servants and elders if they're not already, right? And so now they're in a position of power in the congregation, right? And this is the same person that did whatever, and they can still be there with you in the congregation. And you know how uncomfortable that would be for somebody? You know what I mean? To have their abuser with them in the congregation, and then this motherfucker has power, right? So he's going up on stage, giving talks, giving counsel. He might be in the room asking some of the other girls questions when it comes up again, you know? Low-key getting off to that shit, because they be asking some weird-ass motherfucking questions in that bitch. But it's like, that's the scary part of it being in the organization, is because everything is kept within them. So the abusers and these motherfuckers just get to walk free in them halls, right? And everybody's so trusting in that bitch. Oh, he wants to work in field service with little Johnny. Okay, yeah, let little Johnny go with him. Like, my nigga, what the fuck, you know? Like, that, and yeah.
Sincerity was very evident. Like, they were clearly interested in us as people and sincerely offering us to get to know Jehovah and the Bible.
See, that's scary, bro, because this nigga coming to the door smiling and shit, and he might be one of them people, right? And for somebody to be able to put on a front like that, right, and to be able to act that way, and to be able to manipulate and do all of that shit, because that's exactly what's happening, right? And so in the organization, it's like, it's 10 times worse, and especially because everybody's so close with each other, right? So this motherfucker could be coming over to the house, hanging out, like, it's just no telling.
I'm learning from the Bible that God says that he will take my right hand, that he will fortify me, that he will really help me. It blew me away.
Yeah.
When I went to a Kingdom Hall, I could feel the love and sincerity and warmth of everyone in there right away, and it put me...
And see, I feel like any place or anything that's portrayed as all loving and all good and oh, it's just so warm and everybody's happy and everybody smiles, like there's never nothing bad. There's always a motherfucking red flag in that. Because nobody's genuinely like that. Like, everybody has some shit going on no matter what, right? But when anything is ever painted as just perfect and all good like that, there's always some dark shit in the background. It never fucking fails.
Jehovah's done so much for me, personally. I want to help as many people benefit from that same relationship with our God. For the last 12 years, I've been doing full-time Bible education work.
So she's clearly
Of course,
brainwashed.
my life is not perfect. I still struggle from time to time, especially with negative thinking and emotions. Sometimes I need to get up and do something, do some physical activity. Sometimes when I have the memories coming back, it's like I'm watching a bad movie, and somehow I need to change the channel. I like to pray down at the beach, makes me feel very close to Jehovah.
Damn, shawty.
Coming to know Jehovah has given my life meaning and purpose.
Okay, look, hold on. She went from being a victim to being a victim. Okay, look, you notice how everybody has on solid colored shirts, right? Like, that's fucking weird, but it's like that on purpose, right? These niggas can't have on any type of logos or any shirts with sayings or anything, so it's like, look at the dudes. Both of them are dressed exactly the same, just in different colors. Both of these dressed exactly the same, little capri pants on and a shirt, different colors, right? Like, everybody's a robot, and nobody notices that. Like, look, same shit, like little cargo shorts, whatever, and a button-up, right? Like, the organization is copy and paste like a motherfucker, but they don't see that, right? You can only see that when you're outside looking in, but it's just carbon copies of everybody. Like, that's control to a T.
Has given my life meaning and purpose. I remember learning the promise from God. He says that I'm making all things new, and these things will not come up into the heart, nor will they come up into the mind. I can't wait for that time, and I'm so grateful for that promise.
And now they got shawty waiting for some shit that's never gonna happen. Living this controlled life. That's, see, and they play on people with vulnerabilities, and they paint it and make it look like it's this picture perfect thing that's going on. Like, this is the infomercial for a cult. You feel me? Like, this is literally the shit that you see in movies. Like, when they got the little infomercial going on in the background or whatever, and they're like selling like some fucking bullshit idea, some cult shit. This is what the fuck that just was. So, yeah, fuck it.